Hi. In today's video, I want to talk about fakes on eBay, and I'm going to speak based on my own personal experience. Two examples. This hat is a let's see if I hold it right. Yeah. Okay. This hat is a fake Louis Vuitton hat. I bought it a few months ago. I was going out to yard sales, rummage sales, and the lady that had it, she had a lot of hats. This was the only designer hat. And at first I did not know it was a fake. When I spotted it amongst her hats, she was an older lady, maybe in her mid-70s, late 70s, and she had a lot of hats. I say maybe 7 or 8 hats. Half of them probably, or more, were in hat boxes. This was not. And they were church-going hats. Now, if you're unfamiliar, some churches have a tradition of the ladies wearing hats. Some churches you go to, all the men are wearing suits, or some mostly blazers, and some jeans. But apparently she went to a church where the women wear hats. Very fancy, stylish hats. And like I say, this one was on the table with them. She had a lot of memorabilia from New York, and so I assumed that she was well traveled. She did not say this was a Louis Vuitton hat, even though it says right on it, Louis Vuitton. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that's a designer hat. Now, normally I don't really sell hats. Mostly I sell shoes and shirts and tops, as well as some toys. But I do sell some baseball caps if they have really interesting messages on them, or designs, or colors. But not really very many. The reason I sell them, you buy them for $1 at a thrift store, and you can sell them for $10 or $15, sometimes $20 on eBay. And so I hoped the hat was real. I'm going to see if I can show you the tag that says Louis Vuitton. I don't know if it'll focus on that. Might be too close. But at any rate, it says Louis Vuitton, and it's got his logo, the YL, or excuse me, the LV. And so I bought it, amongst several things that I offered a price for as a group, which means that I paid roughly $4 for the hat. And so my hopes were rather low, but still I was kind of excited. And of course, when I got home, I looked up online, how do you spot a fake Louis Vuitton hat? And within minutes, I realized this was a fake. There were a number of clues that indicated probably it was a fake, but there was one that was the final proof, the final nail in the coffin, and that is, as again, I don't know if you can see it, but the font used, let's see if I can get my face out of the image, it might focus on it. The font used for the tag is an oval shape. Now, a genuine Louis Vuitton would have a perfect circle for the O's. But as I say, this does not. It's an oval. And so I knew right away it was not authentic, which also means, based on eBay policy, you can't sell it on eBay. You can't even sell it if you put fake on the photo. Write it in big letters, fake, fake, fake. You still can't post it. You can't post it if you put fake in the description, fake in the condition, fake anywhere. You absolutely cannot post or list a fake Louis Vuitton hat, or a fake anything that you're aware of, on eBay. And so that was my experience with this. I took it to my mom's house and showed it to my mom, my sisters, my nephew, just as a curiosity. One of my sisters offered to buy it off of me to sell on Craigslist, because apparently you can sell fakes on Craigslist if you actually label it as being fake. I'm unfamiliar with that. I've never sold anything on Craigslist, at least not yet. The next item I want to talk about is a Dooney Bourke. I guess it's sort of a purse, handbag. Let me open it up. Or maybe a wallet. It has a a holder for your credit cards, and some zip pockets, little pockets for, I guess these are for credit cards, probably a driver's license window, and some other, a lot of little places to put things. And a nice long shoulder strap with these little brass connectors here. I thought it was nice. I bought it at a thrift store for $15. It still has the tag on it. And I put it up on eBay. Took a bunch of photos. In fact, let me show you. I can show you the photos. I ended the listing once I found out that it was fake. And I'll tell you in a minute about how I found out that it was fake. So it's still in their system under ended listings. And so there's the, this was why I thought that it was a genuine Dooney & Bourke. The logo, right here, which is a piece of leather that has been sewn onto the item. It looked to me to be pretty good. I mean, I never questioned its authenticity. The lady at the thrift store believed it was authentic. She sold it to me. I had never heard of a Dooney & Bourke because I don't really carry handbags generally, or purses and such. But she encouraged me that it was first a very popular design, a popular brand, I guess. And I looked it up on my phone. And I said, "Oh yeah, they sell very well," and so I bought it based on that. And I went ahead and I listed it on eBay, as you can see. Here's the different photos, and I put a ruler in the different pockets to show how deep they are. And showed the brass fittings and such. But then I received, after maybe about a week of it being up online, a message. And the only thing the message says was, "This is fake." That's it. And it kind of threw me when I saw the message. And so I wrote back. I said, "Why do you say that?" I picked those words very carefully because I didn't want to sound, angry or aggressive. Why do you say that? And they sent me back a paragraph, which was very well written and filled with facts, pointing out why it was fake. And they led with, "Dooney & Bourke has never made an object like this." I figured it was vintage. It looked kind of old, based on not so much the wear, but I guess the dirt and maybe the little bit of the fading, so to speak. And they also said that the leather logo that's sewn onto the object is manufactured in several countries for specifically to sell to people who want to make fake Dooney & Bourke objects. And so the more I began to look at it, the more I guess you could say cheaply manufactured it would be. I had pictures of the zippers, which I usually shoot zipper pulls, or at least try to get the close-up, and they said that the markings on the zipper pulls were inappropriate, and there were some other things, but the main thing was that they're very knowledgeable about Dooney & Bourke, and they were familiar with that Dooney & Bourke had never made an object like this. Then I began to look at it more closely, and I began to realize that I'm not sure that it's even leather. Well, that parts of it are not leather. And Dooney & Bourke would not produce an object that's only partly leather. The leather parts would all be leather. But I believe that some of them are actually some kind of vinyl material. But at any rate, and so I told them I was out and about, and so I was answering them on my phone, messaged them on my phone. And I said, well, when I get home, I'll take it down. And I did. And so that became the end of it. They didn't report me to eBay, which was very nice. And that's kind of the end of the story, except that now I'm maybe a little more alert and questioning when I see something that is perhaps a little bit too good to be true. I mean, a Louis Vuitton hat for $4, and because if you look here, I had this Dooney Bourke listed at $72.99, which was not even an exceptionally high price. I do tend to put my stuff up a little bit higher than the middle of the price range, or the price window, so to speak. But that's so that I can give it a chance to sell at a relatively high price, and then lower it down, say a month or two later, and perhaps even lower it again for if it sits for a while. One of the things I've learned about eBay is that just because you think something's a little too high of a price doesn't mean people won't buy it. I've had many things that sold at what I thought was just a little bit of high price, and yet people bought it. Of course, this is usually things that are more unique. A video game that's hard to find, and I have the only copy that happens to be on eBay at that moment. And people want it, then they want it, and so they grab it up. But at any rate, I guess the message of the video is fakes are out there. They're hiding in plain sight, and you should be careful, a little wary when you see something that's perhaps a little too good to be true. I'm curious if any of you have come across fakes in your dealings on eBay. If you would, put in the comments any stories you have about finding a fake, or buying a fake, or planning to sell a fake even, as I did, and maybe having to take it down. Yeah, if you would, put that in the comments. I'd love to read it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, press the like button and subscribe for future videos. I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.